I recently read something from the WHO, not the band, the World Health Organization, and it shook me. And I think it'll shake you too. And it will likely change the way you plan for retirement. In a report called The Hail, it shows that in the United States, people have a healthy life expectancy of 66.1 years. That's not how long you're going to live. It is how long you're going to live well. 66.1 is the average. That stunned me because if I'm a statistical average, that means that I won't retire until after I'm unhealthy, immobile, and too unhealthy to enjoy it. That seems ridiculously unfair. Before you freak out like I did, it is not an inevitability. It is something that if we start now, we can change and move the needle in our favor. So if you're waiting for a sign, this is it. I was comforted to realize in all the things I've read that even though this is shocking, no matter where you're starting, from the couch to maybe you're already walking, wherever you're starting, this is not an inevitability, that you have the ability to move that needle for yourself. What we're talking about here isn't about training for a marathon or living in the gym. This is about protecting mobility, strength, and the ability to live independently. So the life we're planning in retirement feels good when we actually get there. They say men tend to die quickly and women die slowly. And what that means is, for women, you tend to live 10 years longer than you live well. And that does not sound fun or comfortable. But for women, that mostly comes down to muscle loss and bone density loss and strength loss, which I guess is muscle loss. And declining mobility, which scares me a lot. Having just recently hurt my knee, there are a lot of things that became a big deal that I don't want them to be a big deal for the rest of my life. Going up and down stairs is suddenly a painful thing and something I avoid. And I'm 58, so I gotta fix that. Strong muscle is what gets you off the floor. Strong bones is what keeps a fall from becoming a big life-changing deal. And neither of those things stay strong by accident. So here's the problem. There is more health advice out there than one human being can process. And when everything is said is important and vital and you must do this, you don't do anything. Maybe that's just me. It's overwhelming and too much. So here, we're gonna simply talk about the basics. How to move the needle from where you are now to where you wanna be. By moving more than you are now, eating more whole foods than you are now, and lifting something heavy enough to help your muscles and your bones stay strong. And most importantly, for all of us, is that we are going to choose things that we will do, that you'll come back to, and that might mean you have to be a little creative because we all have very busy lives. So how can you get that in there? I'll tell you one weird thing that I do. It's become kind of a controversy at my work. There's a green button on my desk, and I literally set it 1 hour at a time so that I think you've probably heard that sitting is the new smoking. What I've started to do is every hour, they say every 45 minutes or an hour, set an alarm and move. So I have this silly little alarm on my desk and I set it for an hour because otherwise I'll keep working through and have an excuse. But when it goes off, it's kind of annoying. So it goes off no matter, I've been in meetings before, I'm not making this up, and I turn it off and I stand up and I do 10 squats. I actually make a list so you can be a complete dork like me and write on your whiteboard that's over here the things you're going to do at 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. You can make it, because I have, so that you get your arm workout, let's say your entire arm workout that you would normally come home after work and spend time doing during the day in these 5 minutes on the hour, 3 to 5 minutes on the hour. So you can, I have some weights in my office under the chalkboard over there. So you lift your weights, do whatever you plan to do. Anyway, all I wanted to tell you was not what to do right here, but that you can use work time, the time you could get out and just, even if you just took a lap, it's getting your blood flowing, making your veins work in your legs, that's the thing. And for me, I've been using it to strengthen my legs because of this injury in my knee I've mentioned before. So whether you're raising up on your toes and strengthening your calves, doing squats, it's important because it's something you will do. And yes, my boss's boss has walked in on me, and my boss's boss's boss has walked in on me, and in one case they did the squats with me. It was kind of nice. At least they know their employees trying to get healthier. They didn't fire me. This is about doing something. This is about doing something consistently that fits into your real life. And in the next few videos, I want to talk about practical, doable ways to increase our health as we age. If there's something you're struggling with, starting over, feeling like you're starting at the beginning, having an injury, having no time, any of that, tell me in the comments. I'd like this to be useful for real life. For me, I want to be able to say, peace out, statistics. I am not going down without a fight. I want to move that needle for myself, and I hope that you do too. If there's one thing that you and I take away from this video, I hope it's that it is not too late, but it is time. Small, consistent movements can mean more energy, more freedom, and more joy later. And that's what we're really working toward. Together, we're building a life we love. This is Gen X Missy reminding you that if we start now, we can retire happy.